About this machine, about the combination, about some of the parts, about anything at all, reach out to us and we would get in touch with you. Thank you.
Okay, now?
So this is the screen. This is a blank screen. First of all, we have used the emulsion. This is scoop coater here, and there's an emulsion in here. So we use the emulsion on the blank screen. First of all, we've done that part, which is the first part, and then we put it in the drying cabinet. It was in there for about 10 minutes, and the temperature was 60 degrees. So after that, we take it off the drying cabinet, do it again for the second time, and then take it inside the drying cabinet again. That is how it works. The screen and the emulsion scoop coater. So this is the second screen, the same process. We'll do it twice, like the way he's doing it right now, from the down to the bottom. The emulsion scoop coater, this one, has to be the same size with the screen frame. So it's taking it up from the bottom upwards twice for each of the sides. After this, we'll take it back into the screen drying cabinet for another 10 minutes under 60 degrees temperature. Just like that, into the drying cabinet. That is the temperature over there. It is going to be there for another 10 minutes, and then we'll take it out again. So the next part for this whole process is to apply the pallet glue on the pallets. So that is what he's doing at the moment. He's applying the pallet glue on the pallets. That is because without this glue, the fabric may move. So it is very important to apply the pallet glue on the pallets before before placing the fabrics on the pallets. So that is what he's doing at the moment. So after applying the pallet glue on the pallets, it gets dried. It can get dried. That is, without the flash dryer, it can get dried for 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour. Then with the flash dryer, it gets dried within 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds. So it moves either to the flash dryer and gets dried within 20 seconds, or it stays like this, the way it is right now, for like 30 minutes. And then we'll do it again, repeat the same process again, like apply another glue on the pallets before it gets dried again. So that is what he's doing at the moment. We've done the first part of applying the first glue. It is already dried. This is the second part that we are doing at the moment. So he's applying the glue again at the moment. Is it on? Okay. So we're about to move the pallets into the dryer to dry for about 20 seconds. It gets in the dryer and gets dried for about 20 seconds, and they'll move again to the next one. Gets dried and then pulls out, returning. So that is the other one getting dried at the moment. It comes back and then we'll return it back again into the flash dryer. Yeah, that is another 10, making it 20 seconds. That is how it works. Very simple. Apply the pallet glue on the pallet, gets dried either on the flash dryer or alone, Afterwards, we apply the fabric on the pallet. Is it out? So now it is out. This is we applied on these two tables, on these two pallets. So right now we're going to apply this fabric. We're going to place this fabric on the pallets. So we just place the fabric on the pallet. Make sure it's sticking properly so that it doesn't move. So it is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So the fabric have been applied on the, have been placed on the pallets, I mean. So the next part we have gotten to for the digital screen printing machine. Remember, we are merging it with the Octopus screen printing machine. Remember, we are merging it with the Octopus screen printing machine. So the next part is the ink part, which is how we're going to add the inks to the bottles, and then we get onto the other part of filling the bottles and those nozzles over there as well. So here, these are the bottles. So we're going to add the bottles, the ink inside these bottles. This is K, C, M, and Y. The K letter represents this black color ink. The C letter represents this blue color ink, while the M represents the red color, and then the Y is for the yellow color. So he's going to do it accordingly. First, he wants to, okay, there's black here already, there's ink in the black one already, that's by K. It's opening up the C letter, which represents the blue ink. So that is what he's doing at the moment. He's pouring it inside the bottle. He's pouring the ink inside the bottle at the moment. I think that should be enough. And the next one would be the M letter. But first of all, now that is already done, now we're going to connect that is for the C, right? We're going to connect the C onto that other part, that socket, that little socket over there. So it's going to connect the C cable from this color down to that socket over there.
C is the second one.
Yeah, C is the second. Remember, K is the first one here, right? Then C is the second one right here. C is the second one. K is the first one, C is the second one.
Look. Which is the second one?
This is this right here.
Okay, which one is the first one?
This is the first one.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first, this is the second, C is the second, remember C is the second, and then K is the first.
Okay, ask them, don't make a mistake. Ask them, don't make a mistake.
Remember, you must not make a mistake. You must do this accordingly. Very, very important. If there is a mistake, the whole thing turns bad. The whole thing turns bad. So it must follow accordingly. The K for the black color must be here. The C for the blue color must also follow it like this. There must be no mistake at all.
Okay. Now.
Okay, so now the C has been connected.
Yeah.
The next one is the red color. The next one is the red colors, and we're gonna add it in shortly. That is for the end.
This is magenta.
Yeah, the margin for the red color.
Not magenta. Magenta.
Magenta.
Yes, red color. No. Oh, same is red. It's blue. That's the magenta.
Okay. So this is it going in at the moment. This is the color getting in at the moment. That is for the M.
Yeah.
That is for the M. It's getting in at the moment. And then we go on to the switch, to the board. Remember, we have the K, we have C. Then this, we're
Wait.
getting onto this one at the moment.
Okay.
Now, the third one right now. And then we're going to plug there on that little socket, close to the second one.
插
Close
出来
to the second
拔出来
one.
拔出来重新来一次。
Remember, there must not be mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. the
Agenda.
end. So plug it there on the third, close to the second one. Remember, the K is the first one. The C is the second one for the blue color, and then this is for the magenta, for the M.
已经流出来了。Magenta.
See, it's coming up already. One thing is that this bottle here in the middle is for security purposes. This bottle here in the middle is for security purposes. Nothing goes into this bottle except there is some issues over here. Maybe it overflows. That is when you see something getting into this bottle. That is the function of this bottle here. So now we plug in this cable down to this part over here. Remember, you must not make mistakes. You must not make mistakes. This is the magenta, the M. This is the blue for the C, and then you have the first one for the K. Getting on to the Y. That is the yellow for this one. This is for the Y. Try and open the bottle. So we're opening the bottle at the moment. Open up and then pour it into that bottle over there. That is for the Y, the yellow color. The same whole process. Get it in right there, and then we move over. Make sure it's closed, then we move over to the board again. And we move over to the board again. That is the Y for the yellow, which is the last one over here. This is for the Y, yes, exactly. And then we plug it into the little socket at the extreme. Yes, there. Now it is being plugged at the extreme. Remember, there must not be mistakes. There must not be mistakes at all. Then this bottle here in the middle, it's coming up for the yellow color. It's coming up. This bottle here in the middle, this little bottle in the middle, the cable that comes from it is being plugged at the end over there. The cable that comes from this one is being plugged at the end over there. That is where it goes to. It doesn't come here, it's being plugged at the extreme end of that part.
The last one.
Yeah, the last one.
把它抽一下。
The last is being plugged at the last socket over there. That is for the security, that security bottle.
这个可以不用查，现在插上是报警的。做个演示可以。
OK。好的，我们下一步。
Then these pipes over here must be closed to avoid leakage. You know, these are the closures over here. They must be properly closed to avoid leakage from either here, 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 or here. You understand? That is the function of these closures over here.
还有做那个安全木笼，试一下。安全木笼。
Then we have this over here, which is the ink sac. The ink sac is connected to the end of the pipe. The ink sac is connected to the end of the pipe, and it has a function to filter ink impurities, that's ink dirt. That is the function of this ink pipe. And then the ink pipe must be replaced every 3 months. The ink pipe must be replaced every 3 months because each head has 4 ink, the ink sac, I mean the ink sac, not the ink pipe, the ink sac. Each head has 4 ink sacs, and in total, since there are 4 heads, they have 16 heads, 16 ink sacs in number. So they must be changed every 3 months. That's to filter the impurities. So we have just finished with the inks on the digital printer. The next part is the head on how to install the print head. That is the next part we have gotten to right now. And this is the head we're going to be using at this time because we are testing. And so this head is a used head. Actually, it is made from Japan, Epson 3200. That is the product number of this head. Then this is the flat cable. This is the flat cable. Here we have to connect this part onto this part and then use the silicone sealant glue to seal this edge together. That is what we're doing at this moment. So connect this other one there also, the same way on the opposite side, and then it is firmly done. The third one, remember there are four heads on this head over here, this machine. The fourth one, the fourth flat cable. Good. Exactly, all done. And then the silicone sealant, right? The glue. So yep.
Silicone sealant.
In English, it's called the silicone sealant. The silicone sealant glue. We use it in sealing these edges all together. Yes. We use it in sealing these edges all together. So that is the function of the glue. We're trying to open it and then we'll do the proper work that it's supposed to do. Just a minute. So now we're applying the glue on the edge. The function is to seal it properly, that is to stop it from moving. Applying the glue on the edge, we'll apply it on each side. So the same thing at the back, and then we'll also turn it to this other side here as well. Exactly. Nicely done. So we're applying the glue on the edge of the print head. That is on the flat cable so that it doesn't move at all. It is going to seal those edges and stop it from moving. Remember, this head is a used head because we are testing at the moment. We are not using a new one. So we are using a used one for this time because we are testing. And it is a print head from Japan, Epson to be specific, and the product number is 3200. So we have just applied the silicone sealant on the edges of this head. Just a minute. We have to wait for a while for it to dry a bit. We have to wait for a while for it to cool off, to dry off a bit.
放多久？要放10分钟。
I have to wait for about 10 minutes for it to dry before we use it on the machine. So, yep, that is what we'll do. 10 minutes and we'll use it on the machine. So now that we have done, we have sealed the edges of this print head, before we are going to take this print head to this cart, we must take this up. We must move it up first. And after that, we turn off the machine. So let us move it up. Now it is up. After that, we turn off the machine. If you don't do that, the print head may be broken. If you don't do that, the print head may be broken. You can turn off. Turn off. You can turn off the machine now. So the machine has been turned off. The machine has been turned off, and then we move it this way. And now, okay, these are the screws. These are the screws over here. Because he's going to screw it into the cart. So he has to place them here first before taking it in the cart. So now he's trying to install the print head on the cart. As you can see, it's fixing the print head on the cart. Now it is inside. Now we're screwing it in. Screwing the print head in. So don't forget, you would have to turn off the machine before installing this print head. If you don't do that, the print head may get broken. So it is advisable that you turn off the machine first before installing the print head. We're using a used print head at the moment because we are testing. We're using a used print head at the moment because we are testing. And this print head is actually from Japan. Epson, to be specific, 3200. That is for the model number. So we are screwing the print head in the cart at the moment. Gradually it's getting in. Remember, before this part, we had to use the flat cable. We had to fix the flat cable on the print head.
Right.
It has to be flat at the bottom. It has to be flat at the bottom, as you can see over there. It has to be flat at the bottom. That is after screwing it, you need to check if it's very flat, at the bottom. Remember, each ink okay. Where is that part? So the printhead has been finally installed, and now he's using the ink sac to drag out any impurities, debts, or inks that are not flowing properly. So he's using the ink sac to drag them out. Nicely done.
这个线，是吧？按摩好。Yellow. Yeah.
So each color has its own ink sac. Each color for the heads has its own ink sac.
这数据的我查。黄、红、绿、蓝。
Since there are four, the four ink sacs would go into the four colors over there on the print head.
First color is yellow.
The,
Second color is red.
the first color is the yellow color, the second one is the red color, the third one is the black, while the last one is the blue. So they have all been fixed on the print head.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So this board here represents the four heads. This board represents the four heads from 1, 2, 3, and 4.
1, 2, 3,
Mm.
4. Up.
Okay.
上面的，这个是下面的。
我们是upstairs.
This one is going. This is going up.
左上，
This one is coming down.
这是左上左下。
It's
Mm.
right up, right down.
Okay, this is going right this way, up, and this one is coming down this way. And then we'll plug it on this board over here. The one coming up this one, the left-hand side, we plug it on this board, while the one coming from this side would go on to the next one, opposite the one we just plugged in.
这里标的大跑和左这个板子上写的大跑，你可以亲自看一下。
This the main board already right.
So that is it for that. Is for the main board on this part. The flat cable has been plugged on this part here, and then the other one went to the opposite side. We'll do something similar on the other side as well.
线是绝对不能插错的。
There cannot be a miss connection.
These connections cannot be missed. These connections cannot be missed. They have to be done exactly this way. If you should take one to the other side, the whole thing will be messed up.
不能搞上任何的液体。
Cannot liquid.
And remember something, liquid or inks shouldn't touch this cable, this flat cable. If there is anything like that, it is appropriate to clean them off before plugging them on the board. If maybe you have inks on the flat cable, you clean them off very well before plugging them on the board. So the other ones have been plugged on the board exactly the way we did the first one. So this is the same system. You plug the first one here and then the second one at the back. The one from the under comes here, and the one from on top comes directly here. The one from the bottom comes on the opposite side once again, and the one on top comes straight right in front. So you can see this is for the right up. Like what I was saying, the one from the up comes here. This is right up. This is left up. This is left down. This is right down. That is just the way they are, so that you can easily understand how it works. So they have all been plugged on the board. They have all been plugged on the board.
你要仔细检查是否插错成分。
You must be checking everywhere is right or wrong before you start printing.
So you must always check if you made your plugins correctly before you start the printing. It is very important to always check. You check like maybe 2 or 3 times to be very sure before you start or begin your printing. Because sometimes we think we may have done it correctly or rightly, so it is better to just check and check again to make sure that everything is in perfect order.